To disturb the music. You have a new album,
Yeah.
Albare, the road ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Here it is.
It's important. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I talked to you like that, man.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a number of Stevie Wonder on it. And why
A
do you-
number. So you mean one?
A song, one
Ah, yeah.
song.
One number. Okay. As in one. Yeah. Yeah. You like it?
Yes, I like your music very much.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, but I hear some.
I like that song of Stevie Wonder.
Yeah?
Some people have funny feelings about it. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it. So you're asking me why we did it?
Yes.
Okay. So I do the questions and the answers, if you don't mind.
Very good. I like that.
Okay, so why we did it, very simply. There are 13 songs in the album. One of them is a cover, and often when we do an album, we think of people who don't know us. And so we do a song that we believe they know, and so they can actually have a reference with the sound that we have, with the sound that they know.
Yeah.
So that enables them to actually step into our sound.
Yeah.
You see, so it's a step into the,
Yeah,
to the
step
sound.
in.
Although you can then argue with me because Alan Harris, that's the only song he sings.
Yeah.
But then Alan is such a beautiful singer, and in Europe not many people know him, so they should go and buy his albums too because he's unbelievable. He's great.
Yes. It's such as to promote him also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alan is a great singer.
Okay. I hear some influence. Is it crazy when I mention Santana, Miles Davis? What is the people who are? Is for you an example?
Everyone. Yeah. Everyone. I mean, we all play the same notes.
Yes.
So at some point you have to think that we are using the common notes, you know, that's what we are all doing.
Yeah.
Then everyone has their own, stories. So we tell stories with music. Like some people that write books, they tell stories with words, we tell stories with notes. So when you say influence, it's like if someone speaks in English, then you can say, well, you are influenced by Shakespeare. Yeah. So okay, that's one way to look at it. I don't know what influences me, but all I can tell you is that I tell my stories.
What's going on in your story?
There's everything. There's all sorts of experience. Like for instance, the road ahead. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of it's a bit of a Sephardic Jewish prayer. Yeah. And so I took the notes and the scales of a particular prayer, which is called, in my tradition, it's Tefilat daar, which is the prayer for the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we don't have a prayer for the vision. So I thought I invent a little song for the vision.
Okay.
So that's the road ahead.
That's the road ahead.
So that's why it's a little bit, when you listen to it, it's kind of spiritual a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. You play with a Gibson.
Yep.
That's a choice of yours. What does it mean to you, that Gibson?
First of all, it's a Gibson. It's a custom shop Gibson. Unfortunately, Gibson has lost the custom shop, and that's a bad decision of Gibson. They should reopen it. I'm very lucky to have had this guitar made about 11 years ago. It's made to my specifications, so it looks like a Les Paul, but it's not a Les Paul. It has a shape of a Les Paul, so I still call it that. But it's hollow, so it's very light. It's got a neck of a Super 400 guitar. It's got a special woods that are now illegal to use in the United States because they come from Brazil and all the rainforest things. I understand that. It's basically made to my measurements as well. So it's nice like that. My first electric guitar was also Les Paul, but it was an imitation Les Paul, which I bought when I was 15 years old. And I worked for a month during the holidays, and I went and I spent the entire salary into that guitar. And so some things, what goes around comes around.
Then you went to France?
No, that was in France.
That was in France?
Yes.
Yeah. And after that you went to Australia?
Yeah, much later.
Much later.
Mm-hmm.
And there you became a major musician?
I don't know about major, but certainly I'm a musician. I've been a musician since I was born, I think. So that is something that you can't fight with, in my instance.
What can the people expect when they listen to this genre of the music? What they are going to listen to here?
So here, first of all, the band that is on the album is the band that we're playing with today. So you have Phil Turcio on the piano, you have Pablo Bensid on the drums, and Junior Terry on the bass, and that's the band.
Yes.
So you've got the original band here. It's not often that we play together, but we happen to do some tours together, and so they can expect really to hear some extremely talented people. Those are really great musicians.
Is it really jazz? Or has jazz in subtitles?
No, I don't know what you mean. Is it really jazz? So I don't know what you're asking me this for. I mean, I wish it could cross over. Radio stations in the United States, for instance, don't play that. Only the radio stations that play jazz play it. We tried to put it into the smooth jazz, and they said no, sorry, but that doesn't qualify. So I think by elimination we are completely jazz, and I'm afraid. I mean, it's not such a good thing because it limits the market considerably.
So it's not only jazz.
I think that song of Stevie Wonder makes the album a little bit wider. As far as the audience goes, so it maybe crosses a little bit with a little bit of soul, but that's about as far as I would go. A little touch of soul when you bring Alan Harris.
Latin?
Oh well, that's Latin. Latin these days is totally combined with jazz. Yes. I mean, you're not going to argue that Dizzy Gillespie wasn't jazz, yeah?
Okay. Do you want to say something to the people on Mpodia?
Mpodia, yes, I want to say something to the people of Mpodia.
Yeah.
This is my new album, The Road Ahead. Look for it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Okay.